Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Hope you're on a good day and you're staying out of that miserable weather. It's pretty minging today. I did not enjoy going out in that earlier. But in talking around players that maybe aren't having a great time, we're going to be doing a bit of a loan roundup of all the boys out on loan, as well as talking a report surrounding Nico Williams and his departure from Bilbao this summer. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say, if you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And let's start with the boys out on loan. And look, I can't lie, this was probably one of the worst weeks for the guys out on loan. There was a lot of players who played less than 10 minutes. There was players yanked off at half time. I can't lie, it's not a great one. So it's going to be quite a quick roundup. But I'm going to start with the guy who had the best week, Joe Rodon, out at Leeds. Now, result-wise, wasn't the best. It was a 1-1 draw away to Huddersfield. But he did play the 90 minutes of football. He completed 96 passes. For a centre-half is a lot of passes. Look, Joe's having a great loan spell. We know that. I say it every single week, Joe's having a great loan spell. And I thought he played well against Chelsea in the Cup, to be honest. You can see there's a Premier League player there. And that, for us, is a big thing. Now, he's not going to play for Spurs, but when we look at, selling him on, we brought him in for 15 million all those years ago now. So when you do look to sell him, you're looking all right financial fair play or PSR-wise. So he will get sold this summer. Now, he only has 1 year left on his contract in the summer, but I think you can still reach 15 million on him because someone coming up or someone in sort of that mid to bottom half of the table will look at Joe Rodon and go, look, he's probably going to be the championship team of the season. He can do a job. He's still he's probably just about hitting his prime. He's prem proven to a degree. He's a guy that we'll be able to get some money out of this summer. So yeah, had a really good game in theory. It's just shame about the loss, but the draw. Sorry, but they have been doing well recently. Leeds. We're going to talk about Jed Spence out in Italy for Genoa. Played last night. That's why I'm going to talk about it. Lost 2-1 away to the league leaders Inter Milan. They were 2-0 down, but they came back. Jed played 27 minutes, so you can see what I mean. You can see how this loan roundup's going. Just not a lot of players playing a lot of minutes this week. Look, again, it's a new culture, it's a new language, it's a new city. Just needs a bit of time. Do you know I like him? I mean, it's 10 million euros is his buy option. I don't see any issues with them picking that up, to be honest. And also, to be honest, a 2-1 away to Inter Milan when they're top of the league and flying, it's not actually that bad a result when you look at things for Genoa. I mean, they came back from 2-1. They won the second half. They were 2-0 down at half time. They won the second half 1-0. You remember Sunday League football. You remember how that's always the big thing, win the second half. So they did that at least. So yeah, tough one on that front. Moving into Holland, moving into a different part of Europe. Excelsior Rotterdam, tough one. That was a tough one, I can't lie. Losing 5-2 and losing 5-2 away to Fortuna Sittard, however you want to say it. He only played the first half. He was taken off at half time. By all things considering, it was a tough first half for the team. I think they were 4-0 down at half time. It's a tough one. It is. But he's played well this season. These things can happen. You can get slapped. Any team in the world can get slapped. We've seen it. Man Cities, Liverpools and Arsenals and Spurs and Uniteds and Chelseas. All at sometimes the peak of their powers can get hit heavy. Sometimes that's the way football works. Moving into Sergio Reguilon. I'm not going to try and speak much about him because he's a guy that evidently doesn't want to be at Spurs anymore, nor do we want him to be at Spurs anymore. He really wants to be at Man United, and I hope they buy him because they can give us some good money for him. Played in the 2-2 draw at home to Chelsea. I think he played 90 minutes, if I remember correctly. I mean, they averaged 31% possession at home, Brentford, against Chelsea, who aren't exactly a dominant possession-based team, which is a bit of a worry. Obviously, Vista scored that unbelievable bicycle kick. So if you haven't seen the bicycle kick, go have a watch it. It's an absolute belter. I think Sergio Reguilon missed an opportunity to win the game, if I remember correctly, watching back. Doesn't surprise me. But look, he's gone in the summer. We'll move on. Let me talk really quickly. Tanguy Ndombele played 1 minute for Galatasaray. Less said that about that, the better. I want to talk about these two boys out in Plymouth because I don't know if this could be a bit of a concern on the horizon. Again, they didn't start, either of them, and they both played 9 minutes in a 2-0 home loss to Ipswich Town. I was watching some stuff from like Plymouth fans, and they do not like the manager. They don't like the new manager. I mean, they have plummeted in form. I mean, they're 2 points above the relegation zone as well. And a lot of that does coincide with Ashley Phillips and Alfie Devine actually dropping out of the team. So I don't know what's happened there. Phillips was at, all the Plymouth fans were saying Plymouth's a Premier League proving guy. You can tell, like, he's going to be a star. He can get into the England squad, all that stuff. But now he's sitting on the bench. So I don't really understand what's happening there. Both of them are good players. Both of them are much, much good enough to be starting at Plymouth. So I don't really understand what on earth is going on there. That for me makes next to no sense. Less said about that, the better. I think I'll let Plymouth fans sort that one out. Moving into Japhet Tanganga. This was the other really good news. Japhet Tanganga had a fantastic week this week. Obviously, I know last weekend he scored his first goal, but also this week, clean sheet at home to Watford, 1-0 win as well, which is massive when they were down there. To have gone back-to-back weeks winning, that's huge for them. 1-0 win at home. Tanganga's having a good time now. In the last sort of few weeks, he's picked up his form. And it's coincided with, Millwall picking up their form. So happy days for Japhet. I'm happy for him. If he's scoring one and he's keeping a clean sheet next week, I think Millwall are bloody happy about that as well. So, well done, Japhet. Matthew Craig out of Doncaster, tough one. The unbeaten streak came to an end, losing 3-1 away to Walsall. I was reading an article from one of the Doncaster, I think it was one of the newspapers, and they said the things that he was doing last week that worked so well, he was so good, didn't work this week, and he didn't look good. So, look, youth, eh? We all know it. Youth, you make mistakes. You learn from them. And that's one of those ones I think he'll learn from. Out to Josh Keeley, 2-1 away win to Hartlepool for Barnet. They scored in the 89th minute at Hartlepool. So look, up to that point, he had kept a clean sheet. And they are a depleted team. I was reading about it as well. Barnet are missing quite a few players. So that's a huge win for Barnet. And Josh is having a good loan spell. I won't lie, Josh is having a good loan spell. And to finish off with the man out in Sevilla, Alejo Veliz. He only played 4 minutes in a 3-2 home win for Sevilla against Sociedad. I think he came on and it was 3-1 and then they made it 3-2. So, again, he's only recently back from injury. He probably still needs a good few more weeks to get up to speed. We'll see what happens with him. Let's talk Nico Williams, though, guys. And this came from Team Talk, and they said that Chelsea, Tottenham and Bayern Munich all keen on Williams. It said Team Talk sources have confirmed that Chelsea have a long-term interest in Williams and have been on several scouting missions to watch him play. Look, Nico Williams is an exciting player. He's a good young player still. He's not old whatsoever. He is one of the top wingers out in Spain. For a team that isn't one of the big boys, you don't look at Athletic Bilbao as being one of the big boys. You think of Barca, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Bilbao are probably in that sort of second tier, with your Sevillas and Villarreals, He's having a great career at Bilbao, but it does all things sort of sources wise. They've sort of said he's moving in the summer. It just matters where, not if. We know Chelsea are interested. We know now Bayern are interested. We know, the big boys in Spain are interested. Hell, it wouldn't even surprise me if weirdly Man City were interested, or an Arsenal, or Manchester United. Maybe, I don't know. Their winger situation confuses me. They've got exciting Garnacho, underperforming Rashford, way underperforming Anthony, and they've got this Jadon Sancho mess still to sort. So I don't know what's going on there. I wouldn't want to be a winger at Man United. That's what I'd probably say. But for us, we know he has a release clause, so we know what the fee's probably going to just be. If all these clubs are fighting, you're not going to be fighting for something beneath the release clause. You're probably fighting to what the release clause is. Time will tell, but you can tell Spurs that Neto, Rafinha, Bargi, Nusa, Nico Williams, winger is what Spurs want, if not two wingers. Let's see how that goes. And I just want to finish off with this report on PierreEmile Hojbjerg. It came from Fabrizio Romano, so that Tottenham midfielder PierreEmile Hojbjerg has signed for USG Italy as new agency represented by Luca Puccinelli. Wow. What a name. We basically just know this is representation for his move that is going to be happening this summer. We know Pierre's leaving this summer. I think it's it's not a very well-kept secret. He's got new representation, which aids that. It's not for a new contract. We know he's not getting a new contract. We know he's moving on this summer. It's just to be expected now. It's time is ticking. That's all. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comments section your thoughts, feelings about the boys out on loan. Nico Williams leaving Bilbao and Spurs being interested in that, as well as PierreEmile Hojbjerg having new representation. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We had a bit of a boom. Hit 1.92k overnight, I think it was. So if you are new, welcome. And if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, do us a favour. Obviously, hit the bell notification for more. And yeah, anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.